My name is Sandra Nolan. I have been with the Jack and Jill Foundation now for 16 years.
So I've been working with Jack and Jill for the past 11 years, since 2008, and I'm currently I work in Dublin.
Hi, I'm Eileen Newberku. I'm the Jack and Jill Liaison Nurse in Cork, and I've worked with Jack and Jill since 2005.
When I would first meet a family in the hospital, it was the first thing I want to do is introduce our service and explain our service to the family. We are a home nursing care service. We would generally provide between 20 and 80 hours a month, depending on the needs of the child and the family. We would average 20 to 40 hours a month on a regular basis, and increased hours if little ones are terribly unwell.
So basically, the service we provide, we're going in and, in a very practical sense, offering a break for families. Why do they need a break? Well, a lot of these families are dealing with children who have extra needs, so they could have tube fed, they could be up at night, they're not sleeping, they are probably struggling trying to get out maybe with their other children, they have to attend numerous appointments. So really it's about giving the family a break, and I suppose a sense of, it's lovely to go in and you can see the family taking a breath, that they're getting to recharge their batteries.
In the life of the Jack and Jill Liaison, there is no typical day. You plan a bit, but may not go to plan. Normally I would try and have appointments to see families I would do it in a location if I can, depending if the children are all reasonably well. So I would head to West Cork and maybe catch up with 2 or 3 families in a day there, or head to North Cork, or maybe hang around the city. But then, of course, because of the nature of the work, you may have a very ill child somewhere, so you could be there every day or a couple of times a day. So there's kind of no typical day. You just roll with the punches along the way.
The best part of our job, or my job, is certainly meeting families and getting to know families and the children. That is, our families just over the years they're just inspirational.
I suppose we know when we go into a family, when we meet them, that we have something to offer, and it's a very practical service. So we know that the families are going to get a break, and I suppose unfortunately that there's a lot of services and a lot that really can't offer that to a family, and I suppose we know when they get into used to having those hours and get used to the hours that they can spend some quality time together, recharge their batteries, do stuff with the other siblings, and obviously we're there, we form a relationship with them, and it's very positive. We're on their journey with them. We get to know the families. It's quite special, and it's you're meeting a family. You're going into their private space, into their homes, and that's a very special thing.
Well, the best bit of working with Jack and Jill and the role of the liaison nurse really is that you can make a difference to people's lives. You can help them. You can reduce the burden of care. So I suppose the best bit is that you can make a difference and you can help people, and it just makes things a bit easier for them. So I suppose isn't it lovely to be able to say that, and that you can make it happen, and I do believe the Jack and Jill Foundation makes that happen.
I suppose the most difficult side is where you see families go through very difficult times. Many of our little ones can go through times of being very unwell, and families can be brought on a roller coaster of, times of wellness and illness and unpredictability, and trying to juggle times in the hospital versus times at home, and the unpredictability of the lives that they lead, and it can be a real struggle for families. And when little ones become terribly unwell and they have life-threatening events, needless to say, that's enormously stressful on families. And of course it does, the total sadness and utter sadness and devastation when little ones might pass away. It's definitely the most difficult part of the job.
So what's the hardest bit about what we do? So I suppose the hardest thing probably is we can't cure the children. A lot of the children have conditions that are incurable, or their life expectancy could be very short. And I suppose it's about, the quality of life that they have for the time they have. There's a lot of sadness because, again, some children do die and they live short lives, but it is very special to be able to go in and be on that journey with them for that time.